Hello, everybody. My name is Kang, who will deliver to you on the subject of the fourth industrial revolution and the future prospect of the shipping industry. As you may already feel, the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are already close to you, so that we cannot spend a day without experiencing various new technologies that are the product of the fourth industrial revolution. Also, the shipping industry is no exception from this point of view. Briefly, I would like to introduce myself before entering this presentation. I graduated from Korea Maritime and Ocean University in 1982. I received my master's and doctorate degrees from same university and worked in the shipping industry for about 38 years. I'm currently working for a shipping company that transport heavy goods such as offshore structures, and I'm also a professor at the Graduate School of Maritime Finance Department at the Korea Maritime and Ocean University. Before going into this content, in the earnest, let's watch the video clip related to the fourth industrial revolution, which President Klaus Schwab mentioned firstly at the 2016 Davos Forum. So before looking this video clip, I want to say to you regarding our session for this subject. We have 4 sessions, so each one session will have a 30 minutes duration. Therefore, after 30 minutes, I will have a short rest. Please understand this. As you can see, the fourth industrial revolution will have a tremendous impact on our society as a whole. Then let's go in earnest from now on. The table of contents is as follows, including the characteristic of the fourth industrial revolution and the megatrends. As you can see, from the first industrial revolution to the fourth industrial revolution, the cycle between each industrial revolution is getting short and the range of impact on our lives is getting wider. The key technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are hyper-connected and hyper-intelligent. First of all, if you look at the hyper-connected, you can see the explosive increase usage on IoT. The main technology of the connected device is that connects people to people or things. In the slide below, in 2010, the world population was 16.8 billion, and the number of connected devices was 12.5 billion. So there were an average of 1.84 connected devices per population. But in 2020, it has exploded to an average of 6.58. Like this, we are living in a super connected world. This slide shows how future vehicle insurance services types will evolve using IoT.
No. It's just construction. That's all. No. I'm not driving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you?
I'm good.
Oh, no, not you. Listen, I'm gonna have to call my agent. I'm
Mr.
gonna get
Burton?
right back to you.
Mr. Burton, this is Insure Corp. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you injured in any way?
I'm not injured, no.
Is anyone else injured?
I don't believe so.
Okay, where's my agent's number?
We have pinpointed your location and we are showing your car is not drivable. So we are dispatching an Uber car to take you to your destination.
That would be great.
I'm pressing 1. English. E-N-G-L-I, English.
May we give your coordinates to our appraiser drone to perform the appraisal?
Absolutely.
We have received the photos, assessed the damage, authorized the repair, selected a qualified repair facility, and have dispatched a tow truck to take your vehicle to that facility.
Perfect.
Yes, hi, this is... Yes, I'll hold.
We have looked up the other vehicle's insurance, transmitted the appropriate data to create the claim, and filed the California SR1 accident report. Can you confirm the information is correct on your phone, then hit the accept button?
I'll check it right now. Okay, all done.
Thank you. Your Uber car is arriving now.
I see it coming.
Accident, not payment, accident.
Your tow truck should be there now. Don't forget to leave your keys in the vehicle. Thank you for using Insure Corp, powered by Pivotal Labs.
Facebook was created in 2004. For reference, if you look at the trend of using social media by each generation since 2005, it can be seen that in 2015, more than 90% of the young generation are already using it, and it almost saturated. In other words, the present world disproves the hyper-connected world. Companies like Facebook and Google come up with various ideas to overcome the saturated, hyper-connected situation. In other words, in order to expand their territories in remote areas where internet culture cannot reach, we are working on a project to competitively launch unmanned aerial vehicles that can transmit Wi-Fi signals in the stratosphere. As these unmanned aerial vehicles relay Wi-Fi signals to each other, various ideas for allowing people living in such a remote area to enter their control area are emerging as seen in this slide. The second major feature of the fourth industrial revolution is hyper-intelligence. As you may well know, AI, artificial intelligence, already beat Gary Kasparov, the world chess game champion in 1997, then the US Jeopardy quiz show champion Ken Jennings in 2011. In 2016, Google's AlphaGo defeat Lee Sedol 4-1 in a match against Korea's Go champion. Lee Sedol and AlphaGo, which became a hot topic in the world. Sedol was smiling brightly, assuring that he would make a victory in a battle against AlphaGo. But after the first match, you can find that this slide, he had the dark face, and even Ke Jie of China even cried during the Go games with AlphaGo. Unfortunately, this is what we live in a world where reality is. As such, AI can analyze the vast amounts of information in a short time, even in situations that are difficult for us humans to easily solve by creating better values. From now on, we will see the evolution of AI through the 3 video clips. The first video clip is actually on IBM Watson AI playing a quiz game with American quiz king Ken Jennings. Actually, Ken Jennings, he lived in Korea before.
Welcome to the deciding game in the IBM Challenge here on Jeopardy.
And here it is.
인간 퀴즈왕 켄 제닝스와 브래드 러터가 컴퓨터 왓슨과 대결을 벌입니다.
If you're ready, make your first choice.
Let's take alternate meanings for 200, Alex.
4-letter word for a vantage point or a belief. Brad.
What is a view?
Watson.
Who is Franz Liszt?
You are right.
What is violin?
Good.
Who is the church lady?
Yes. Watson.
What is narcolepsy?
You are right. And with that,
왓슨은 사람의 말을 이해하고 사람이 쓰는 언어로 대답했습니다.
Same category, 1600.
answer very double.
인간만의 고유한 능력이었던 지적 판단의 영역마저 컴퓨터에게 자리를 내주는 순간이었습니다.
And I remember thinking, this is it. I felt obsolete. I felt like a Detroit factory worker of the 80s seeing a robot that could now do his job on the assembly line. I felt like quiz show contestant was now the first job that had become obsolete under this new regime of thinking computers. And it hasn't been the last.
This video clip is a section that showed how Demis Hassabissar, who made AlphaGo, which won the game against Lee Sedol, actually trained AlphaGo. In the final ending part, it is very impressive that the Demis Hassabissar is wondering how AlphaGo came to deep learning with this strategy.
There's a second video. It's my favorite video, actually. So this is a game of Breakout, and there's more gradations here of the agent getting better, the system getting better. So this is after 100 games. So just 100 games, and you can see, again here, the system is pretty terrible, but you can probably convince yourself that maybe it's starting to get the hang of the fact that it should move the bat towards the ball. Now this is after 300 games, so it's now hitting the ball back pretty consistently, and it's almost never missing, so it's about as good as the best humans can be at this game. And then we thought, that's pretty cool, but what would happen if we just left the machine playing the game for a couple more 100 games? And this amazing thing happened. What happened was it discovered the optimal strategy was to dig a tunnel around the left-hand side here, and then send the ball, with this unbelievable accuracy round the back. So that's really cool because actually the brilliant programmers and researchers who are on this program, they're brilliant at programming and coming up with algorithms, but they're not so good at playing Atari. So they didn't actually know that strategy for themselves. So this is something that their own creation taught them.
The final clip is the appearance of a more advanced AI by Google CEO Sundar Pichai at the Google meeting in 2018.
The progress with the assistant. As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. You know, we are working hard to help users through those moments. We want to connect users to businesses in a good way. Businesses actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% of small businesses don't have an online booking system set up. We think AI can help with this problem. So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online. The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
See how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people when? Today?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually we reserve for like after like 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when, tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Yep. Bye bye.
Again, that was a real call. We have many of these examples where the calls quite don't go as expected, but the assistant understands the context, the nuance. It knew to ask for wait times in this case and handle the interaction gracefully.
Next, let me tell you about the megatrend technology of the fourth industrial revolution. These technologies are largely physics, digital, and biology. Ultimately, the fourth industrial revolution will transform into things beyond our imagination when these three technologies converge. Then, first of all, let me tell you the area where physics is applied. It includes unmanned autonomous vehicle, 3D printing, and robotics. In addition, this will include the dream materials such as graphene that are used in foldable mobile phones that the Samsung Electronics is making recently. From now on, we will look at the application status in each areas. This slide shows examples of each application area of the aforementioned physics techniques. The upper left is an unmanned ship that catches submarines and can perform its own work for 3 months. And the lower left robot is the KUKA robot that enabled the German smart factory. And the upper right is the 3D print that makes artificial organs. This slide looks at the celebration parade in Houston to commemorate the lunar landing of Apollo 11 for lunar exploration. At that time, NASA estimated the cost of the Apollo program at about $170 billion US, about $200 billion US at the present value. But now it is possible to explore other planets at the more competitive cost using 3D print technology. In other words, it could be possible if the planet's soil can be analyzed and made into ink. This slide shows how to make residential facilities for lunar exploration using 3D print.
Planet Earth is protected by the atmosphere, the layer of air and gas that surrounds it. The atmosphere shields the Earth from solar radiation, keeps the temperature balanced, and protects us from meteoroids. On the Moon's south pole, you can see almost perpetual sunlight on the horizon. This is the site of our lunar base. Conditions on the Moon are very different from those on Earth. Because the Moon has no atmosphere, there is no protection from solar radiation. There are extreme temperature fluctuations, and there is no protection from gamma radiation, and no protection from meteoroids. The lunar lander has detached from the rocket launch and is on a course to Shackleton's crater, the Moon's south pole. Inside the lander is a cylinder which contains an inflatable dome and 2 robot 3D printers. After the cylinder containing the habitation capsule has been unloaded, a dome is inflated from one end. This provides the support structure for construction, a little like scaffolding is used to build on Earth. The lunar habitation is built by a robot-operated 3D printer. At one end, it has a scoop to collect the regolith. In the centre are the containers for the printing material. At the other end, there is a robotic arm with a printing head. The robot collects regolith from the moon's surface. Layers of this moon dust are built up over the dome to create the protective shell. This process takes about 3 Earth months. The shell is made up of a hollow, closed cellular structure. Under a microscope, it would look very similar to the close-up of a bird's bone. Like a bone, it is light and incredibly strong at the same time. When the lunar base is complete, it can house 4 people. Inside the dome, they are protected from meteorites, gamma radiation, and high temperature fluctuations. The original capsule functions as an airlock and technical support module. The skylights draw daylight into the living and workspaces, which are sheltered within a pressurized enclosure. This method is a pioneering advance in space-age construction. At Foster & Partners, we're used to designing for some of the world's most extreme climates. We often use materials found locally to create sustainable buildings on Earth. While the moon is an exciting new territory for architecture, the value of this logic endures.
The functions of robots are becoming more diverse, and since 2011, the California State University Hospital in San Francisco, USA, used a system that uses robotics to dispense medicines and deliver them to patients. In the past, there were 7,000 casualties and a loss of about 3.5 billion US dollar per year due to incorrect medicine application. But by introducing this process, there was no mistake in even one case despite 6 million medicines. This is the last slide of the first session.